I always have a constant inflow of deals, and I'm always able to sell them to the right buyer. That's all I think about. I don't think about, oh, it's slow today. No. Today was a great day. I had a bunch of deals to comp, and I'm just getting better at comping. And then tomorrow I'll have even more, and I'll sell as many of them as I possibly can. Because every day there's always one deal out there. Every single day, there is one deal floating out there that can be assigned to you. You could assign a deal every single day. Yeah. Focus on that deal instead of the lack of all of the other deals not coming to you. It's really just a matter of what you focus on.
Well, it's an expectation, and I've heard it say we don't get what we want, we don't get what we need, we don't get what we deserve, we get what we expect.
I've been talking about this all year, and I keep pushing people on this. But this is knowing what I need to do when I wake up in the morning. This is a brain reset, because a lot of people, this is a brain thing and a mindset thing, I'll say. But they wake up in the morning, they're sleeping, right? They're sleeping, they wake up, they're like, okay, alarm's going off. It's 6:30 a.m. They wake up, they wash their face, they brush their teeth, they get their cereal or whatever. They wake up, they're like, okay, what do I do? How do I make money wholesaling today? Let's just pull a list. Okay, what else do I do? Okay, this guru's trying to sell me a court. If you're already waking up and this is like your mindset in the morning, you are going to be Baroque. All right? B-R-O-K-E. Baroque as a joke. I'm not even kidding you right now. You have to wake up in the morning knowing what you have to do, what you have to accomplish, and how you're going to be successful. You must have at least kind of a to-do list, or at least a list written down, the tasks you need to be doing, maybe a schedule, maybe time. Some people do order of importance from top to bottom, whatever it is. Every time I feel overwhelmed or something, I just make a list of things from the most important to the least important, and I just run through the list. I've always done better like that. Some people get overwhelmed thinking of all these things. You just do it visually, boom, go down the list. And so knowing what I have to do when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to get more stuff done. The more stuff you do, usually the more money you make. So this is very, very important.
Community. That's community. Your mentor will expose you not just to his information or her information, but they will expose you to a network, to a community of other people who are like-minded, other people who are on the same track as you, other people who can share ideas, other people can say, hey, I'm able to help you in this area if you can help me in this area. Guys, do you see how this all unfolds? Like, do you see how it's bigger than you or the mentor, but it really comes down to the community and the environment that you've been exposed to through this mentorship, through this coaching? Let me put you up on game real quick. Oftentimes, it's not about the person on the stage. It's not about the person teaching the course. It's not about the person leading the mastermind. Oftentimes, yes, that person has great information, even your coach, even your mentor, but more than not, it's about the community that person has built and the person who's sitting to the right of you, the person who's sitting to the left of you, in front of you, and behind you. It's about that. Because those are the people that you're going to build relationships with. Those are the people that you are going to be on this journey with. Those are the people who are where you are or a little bit beyond and you can actually vent to. Those are people who have answers to your questions. But where did it stem from? Where did it stem from? It stemmed from aligning with the right people via mentorship and coaching.
Over the last couple of years, I've been in rooms that people like really, really impressive income. And I'm not even close to that, but they are impressed with what I do.
Mm-hmm.
That really gives me a surety. And for everybody, if you do anything well, it don't got to be about like making a whole lot of money, but there are some people who cannot figure out how to do what you do.
Yeah.
There's a guy who make 20-something million dollars a year. And he's like, man, you got a podcast? How do you start it? Oh my gosh. He's like, yo, can I just fly you down to Miami? And I want to talk to you about how to get it going, man. Creating content is just, you might be there and be like, yo, you make the reel. You just put the music here.
Yeah.
But some people just can't figure it out. But the cool thing is if you do anything well, you will fit right in any high level environment.
100%.
The reason why I liked all of this is because I had time, location, financial freedom. I felt when I was the only one on my team, even on a day I didn't really feel that good, if I at least sent a few texts and calls and pushed my stuff to the next day, then I'm making 100% of every deal. Although I was burnt out, I was keeping all the money, so I was feeling really good about it, I'll say.
Yeah.
And I still feel really good about wholesaling, and it's flowing and it's going and we're good. But to scale wholesaling and to scale digital looks very different, because to scale digital, you can do it with less skilled people. To scale wholesaling, you need talented people who want real salaries, which is hard to pay when you're still kind of building.
Yeah.
But on the digital side, I've been able to have so much easier growth because I don't need as skilled people to help me.
Yeah. But like, how did you make that 240?
So 140 was from a 5-day. So I did a 5-day live event. So people will pay between $50 and $100 to get our $100 to get a general admission ticket, and then they'd pay $490 at the most to get a VIP ticket.
Okay.
So it's a 5-day event, and with the VIP, they're getting an extra hour, like one-on-one group call, and then they're getting a Telegram group. So I'm talking to them for the whole week.
Yeah.
So it's a 5-day intense, like virtual wholesaling training. Like day 1, pick your market. Day 2, find sellers, find buyers. Like, so it was very intense. That 5-day event, we did 20K in the front end. And then the people who joined my mentorship program after to virtually wholesale, on that end, we did 120.
Okay.
And that program is doing really good. People are getting a lot of contracts. People are excited and happy. So that makes me feel really good. And so that was the 140. The other 100-ish came from just regular webinar sales. I had a marketing and sales team.
Yeah.
So that I'm at like a 40% margin.
Okay.
So it's not as bad.
Yeah.
And I'm keeping more, I guess. And then I know that there's
keeping
more
'cause
opportunity.
It's 40 net to you, right?
It's 40 net to me.
Yeah. So one business you're at 15, and one business you're at 40.
And then this one I'm kind of able to make more too, because
it's faster,
and my audience is everyone versus just people who need to sell their house.
Exactly.
You limit yourself. You limit your thoughts. Your thoughts cannot go beyond what you limit it to. When you expand what's possible, your mind gives you ideas on how to achieve what you just stated was possible. That's why the Bible says, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he or she. As you think in your heart, so are you. Because nothing is off limits. You just make it off limits because you are comparing yourself to your environment instead of comparing yourself to what's possible for you.
Y'all think, listen, you think when you quit that job, you just going to be super productive. That's not the case. You're going to go grocery shopping. You're going to run errands. You got to go get your tags. You got to do all this kind of stuff because you got these big windows of time.
Sweet.
The benefit for a busy person, and I think you have the biggest benefit in terms of being an entrepreneur, is you have concentrated activity in small windows of time. It's easier to be productive when you only have an hour than you do 10 hours of open time. Yes, sir.
Because when you start to get busy, you will literally forget certain entries. And when it's time to pay your taxes, that's like one of the most stressful times. Not even paying your taxes, that's stressful. But when it's time to reconcile your books, meaning having you or a bookkeeper or a CPA go through every single line item on your bank statement, and they're contacting you in January of the next year about a charge you made in February of the previous year, they want to know what this charge was for, why. It is such a headache to be trying to figure out where this $500 went and why, or why you returned, or why your personal account paid your business account. Don't do it, okay? Go ahead and get QuickBooks, so that you can go ahead and start scanning receipts and uploading transactions. Is really, really easy, but you can sync your bank account to your QuickBooks. So at the end of every night or at the top of every morning, just take 30 minutes to have some admin time where you're working on on your business. And working on your business also includes managing your money, okay? Managing your money.
You say you believed it, but if you really truly look at your priorities and the things that you let distract you, shows that you didn't believe that you were going to have that year anyway.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, I can think back to 2015 to 2017, where all of the plays were set up. All the pieces were in place. And I said at that time, I'm going to be $1 million income earner doing this, what I was involved in at that time. But my belief showed up in my work ethic. My belief showed up in my activity. My belief showed up in my habits. I said it with my mouth. I made other people around me believe that I was going to make 7 figures, but I was sleeping a little longer than I should have. I was choosing what parts of the process felt good and, you know, what I wanted to do and things like that. And I wasn't really ready to listen. I wasn't really ready to go all in. And I'm glad that it took this long, honestly, that it happened, because I not only had to believe for the level of success, I also had to believe for the level of responsibility with that success.
Yep.
Not only does it impact your belief, not only does it make the Jovan say, I believe I can do that now, but one of the most important things is that it collapses the time frame that it's going to take you to do it. Because now, Joe, you have Dave's blueprint. You've seen step by step. So now I know what steps I can skip, what steps I can't skip, what things I should do, shouldn't do. So who you have around you, what you have around you, and don't think that it has to be a physical person.
This is how we could 10x. This is how we're gonna 10x. By everybody that bought the course tonight, right? Every single one of y'all that bought the course tonight, the goal is to close a deal together.
Yes.
Because the quickest way to learn, how Sherelle learned, you know, is by working with somebody that's already doing it.
Yep.
So what we're providing for you guys is a way that you guys could work with us and you could close deals faster. Literally, the goal is to get you a deal in 30 days. If we already have a builder lined up and a market, 50% of the work is done. All you have to do is find the vacant land owner.
Success in business means failure in another area, because a new influx of clients means you're taken away from, whether it be time with family or this, that, and that. So success in one area makes it harder than another. So what I started learning is Monday is the only day I coach. All my energy. So we started 10, 12, 6, 7:30. I'm done at 9. Now I know I ain't coaching again till the following Monday. Tuesday, my content day. Tomorrow on my calendar, I'm in studio from 11 to 4. Why on Tuesday? Because on Sundays I teach faith-based content live. On Mondays I teach coaching. So the rollover from what you ever teach something, you're like, damn, I didn't say this.
Yeah.
That rolls over into content on Tuesday. Wednesday is my check-in with my wife. So we do a check-in, emotional, mental health. I focus on me. That's normally when I spend a little more time in my faith. Thursday's a think day. I make appointments with thoughts. Same way I would have a meeting with you. I meet with questions. How do we increase revenue by 20%? Might have a 30-minute meeting. But it's me chilling.
With yourself.
Yeah, it's chilling. Right? That level of clarity, I got it from Bill Gates that said once a year he does a think week. So I added it every week. On my calendar, it's in a block of time between 12 and 4. So it looks like chilling by the fire pit, looks like listening to music, but imagine the level of clarity I get when I visit the year and I could tell you January what we're doing. I could tell you March 1st through 3rd, we in Mexico for an event. I could tell you July, right after 4th of July, we're doing the Mob Family Reunion. I could tell you next year for Black Friday exactly what we're doing. That's clarity. Now, would there be some variables? Yeah, but that removes the emotional overload, because I can tell you with clarity, the more clear you are, the more peace you have.
That's good.
Yeah, that's what changes the game.
That's good.